This is QTV Night News coming to you live from our studios on Caraba Avenue. Thank you for joining us. And here are the main news headlines. The Ministry of Transport on Wednesday held a stakeholder forum to review the draft Gambia Road Transport Bill 2025, which updates colonial-era legislation and marks a key step in modernizing the sector. Justice Ibrahim Ajaite of the High Court in Banjul on Wednesday issued summons for Omar S. Jallo, an officer of the Gambia Armed Forces, to appear and testify in the ongoing trial of Usman Bojang, who is accused of fatally shooting 2 police officers and injuring a third. Chief Justice Hassan B. Jallo on Wednesday presided over the certification ceremony for the second cohort of court-connected mediators who received formal training from US-based Edwards Mediation Academy. The Women in Liberation and Leadership Organization WIL held a stakeholder forum on transitional justice, youth and diaspora perspective and engagement on Tuesday. In partnership with Ghana Institute of Management and Public Administration, the former MDI, the newly renamed Civil Service University, has launched a Masters in Public Sector Management, enrolling its first cohort of 28 on Wednesday. Those were the main headlines, and now the news in detail. Do stay. Thank you for staying with us. In a significant step toward modernizing the Gambia's road transport sector, the Ministry of Transport, Works and Infrastructure held a stakeholder validation forum on Wednesday to present and review the draft Gambia Road Transport Bill 2025, which updates the Gambia's colonial-era road laws. Yafa Tugay has the rest of that story.
The consultation meeting was held with transport unions, legal experts and civil society to review and provide feedback on the Gambia's proposed Road Transport Bill 2025. The existing traffic laws date back to when there were very few vehicles on our roads, very few tarred roads, and traffic drove on the left-hand side of the road. The bill being validated aims to modernize the country's outdated transport laws, currently based on the 1948 Motor Traffic Act. It seeks to address legal gaps by aligning with international standards, enhance road safety, improving transport operations, and strengthen international frameworks in the sector. Matar Sise, the Permanent Secretary at the Ministry of Transport, elaborates.
This bill is designed to introduce progressive reforms that support safer roads, improve regulation, and stronger enforcement mechanisms that enhance public and private transport services.
Mamadou Musa Diouf, President of the Insurance Association of the Gambia, emphasized that revisiting and enhancing the traffic laws is essential for keeping pace with the country's changing transportation needs.
That times have changed. The mechanically propelled machines have totally changed from 1948 to now. But yet still, we have the road authority trying all this time to manage what was at hand. So we thank the ancestors for having given us something that we can improve upon. But I think improving upon it has been well overdue.
Suleiman Sumare, the acting managing director of the National Roads Authority, and Omar Sise, president of the General Transport Union, stated the positive impact the new bill is expected to have in advancing the country's transportation sector.
We are virtually looking at ways, we're constructing new roads that are faced with challenges. Challenges that, when we sit together and virtually, have a dialogue, be it from the enforcement, category, meaning the police, or for that matter, the policymakers, the ministry, and those of us who have the authority to both build and enforce, which is NRA in this case.
As Pierre said, the average of goods people have been transported by roads. Today we are all facing challenges, both directly and indirectly. So I believe this bill will try to bring the decent working environment, safer and smooth transport system in the country.
Participants at the event took part in detailed discussions on critical aspects of the bill, such as licensing procedures, vehicle standards, enforcement strategies, and penalties for traffic violations. The forum also provided an opportunity to foster stakeholder involvement and promote public support for the proposed reforms ahead of the bill's presentation to the National Assembly. Once enacted, the Road Transport Bill 2025 is anticipated to mark a significant turning point for the Gambia's transport sector, emphasizing safety, operational efficiency, and sustainable development. Reporting for QTV News, this is Yafatu Gay.
Justice Ibrahim Ajaita of the High Court in Banjul on Wednesday issued summons for Omar S. Jallo, an officer of the Gambia Armed Forces, to appear and testify in the ongoing trial of Usman Bojang, who is accused of fatally shooting 2 police officers and injuring a third. Nicholas Bass of The Voice newspaper was present, and the story is narrated by Mamudu Gajaga.
Counsel Lamin J. Dabo, representing the first accused, Usman Bojang, argued that military officer Omar S. Jallo had given a statement as an eyewitness to the joint investigation team, and that it is crucial for him to provide the same testimony before the court. Counsel Dabo's application was not opposed by Director of Public Prosecutions, A.M. Yusuf, who confirmed that Officer Jallo had been shortlisted as a prosecution state witness. Similarly, Counsel Adama Silla, representing the second accused, Ami Bojang, did not object to Dabo's submission. The trial judge approved defense counsel Dabo's application, ordering Omar S. Jallo, a military officer attached to the GAF training school, to appear and testify truthfully on the next adjourned date. In the continuation of his testimony, National Security Advisor Abubakar Suleiman Jeng stated that his characterization of the accused, Usenu, as a Casamance rebel was based on verbal intelligence information he had received. Mr. Jeng declined to disclose his source of information in the Park courtroom, stating that due to the sensitive nature of his work, he cannot reveal such details in court unless formally compelled to do so. When defense counsel Silla asked Mr. Jeng if he had made a written statement on September 16, 2023, he confirmed and added that he had submitted the statement to the Director of Public Prosecution, Yusuf, who presented it to the court. Jeng's written statement was admitted and marked as DD4 without any objections from Director of Public Prosecutions Yusuf or Defense Counsel Dabo. When asked if he had seen the alleged CCTV footage of the purported PIU shooting on September 12, 2023, Jeng said he was unaware of the recovered footage. When Defense Counsel Silla asked whether he had seen the weapon allegedly recovered during the incident, National Security Advisor Jeng denied having seen it. However, he confirmed that he had a brief conversation with President Adama Barrow regarding the fatal PIU shooting. After a thorough cross-examination by Defense Counsel Silla, Mr. Jeng was discharged from the witness stand by Justice Jete. The case will continue next week. Mamudu Gajaga, QTV News.
We'll keep you updated on that case. Now, moving on, the Chief Justice of the Gambia, Hassan B. Jallo, on Wednesday presided over the certification ceremony for the second cohort of court-connected mediators following formal training by the United States-based Edwards Mediation Academy. Usman Isunyasi witnessed the ceremony at the High Court in Banjul, and this is his report.
This ceremony marks a significant moment in the lives of these 23 newly trained court-connected mediators selected from diverse professional backgrounds. Among them are lawyers, National Assembly staff, and even members of the civil society, whose main task will be to mediate disputes and facilitate out-of-court settlements. As they receive certificates signifying the formal completion of their training, each of these mediators brings with them subject matter expertise that will enrich mediation processes and instill greater confidence in parties seeking resolution. Chief Justice Hassan B. Jallo said the establishment of the court-connected alternative dispute resolution mechanism is an integral part of the judiciary's 2020-2025 strategic plan. Hence, his delight at seeing it finally coming to fruition, adding that this will help enhance access to justice, reduce backlogs of cases, and promote timely, cost-effective, and amicable dispute resolution.
You now stand as bridges between conflict and resolution, between delay and progress. The judiciary places great trust in you, and I'm confident that you will serve with humility, with integrity, and with an unwavering commitment to justice. You will not, of course, be alone. Mediation is a well-established African practice for dispute resolution, and the Gambia is no exception.
The Court-Connected Alternative Dispute Resolution Committee Chairperson, Justice Omar M. Jai, also emphasized the role of mediators and how they can help resolve disputes, and encourages them to live by the principles of impartiality in the discharge of their functions to ensure the judiciary's credibility at all times.
The High Court Connected ADR system, which is part and parcel of the High Court rules, has been successful since its inception by the Honorable Chief Justice about a year ago. Quite a number of cases have been mediated successfully by our group of mediators.
On behalf of the newly certified court-connected mediators, Counsel Lamin Diba conveyed their gratitude to the judiciary, particularly the Office of the Chief Justice, Edwards Mediation Academy, and the American Bar Association for giving them such an opportunity, promising to live up to expectations.
Having gone through this training, it is clear that we have embraced a model that's not only effective, but is deeply rooted in our values of dialogue, respect, and community. And on that note, I would say to my fellow participants, your commitment to peaceful and party-centric resolution is a service to justice and society.
The training of this second cohort has been widely celebrated by the judiciary as a major milestone in their ongoing reforms and access to justice programs. It is hoped that with more mediators, challenges such as backlogs of cases and access to justice will eventually be addressed through peaceful resolutions. Usman for KTV News.
Congratulations to the mediators. Now, we are taking a short commercial break, and when we return, we'll bring you details of a stakeholder forum on transitional justice organized by Women in Liberation and Leadership and the launch of a Master of Arts in Public Sector Management program at the newly renamed Civil Service University, formerly MDI. Join us after the break.
At Ajib Bank, we believe in the power of Africa, the unity of our vibrant continent, and the strength of our connections. And that's why we have teamed up with the Pan-African Payment and Settlement System, a revolutionary solution created in Africa for Africa. Now, you can seamlessly send or receive money across the continent, whether it's for business, helping your family abroad, or receiving money from a loved one. We have designed the solution to deliver faster transactions and peace of mind. So, visit us at your nearest Ajib Bank branch or navigate to our website. Start experiencing the seamless, reliable, and instant money transfers of the Pan-African Payment and Settlement System today. Ajib Bank, connecting Africa, simplifying payments.
fii mooy fan fii mooy Inessa di place bi nga xam ne moom la ñëpp taam place bii bépp xeetu ataaya bu baax rek bu dugg see ci dëkk bi xamal ne fii rek la am bara wërga bii neex na lool saf na ba pare tamit nag am gu bu neex boo ko naanee rek da ngay kontaan ci saa si añ ba suur ba gëreesal li nga lekk jëndal baara ataaya bii ndax moom la ñëpp taam gis nga sama client bii ataaya bu neex bu ne moom laa koy njëkk a jox ndax moom kat ataaya bu neex rek lay wër baara warga bii mooy warga bi gën te moo gën a saf kon nag ràññee leen ko bu baax kon daw leen gaaw ca Banjul foofu ca Inessa di place bi nga xam ne foofu rek nga ko mën a amee wholesale wala retail mu ngi foofu ci boori court house bi foofu ca Banjul wala nga daw ci bépp marché bépp supermarket bépp boutique fépp foo dugg rek di nga mën a am baara warga bii nga xam ne moom la ñëpp di wër tey baara warga moo dàq ci warga yi man maa ngi ci moom ndax su ma maree ataaya moom rek lay naan.
Welcome back from that short commercial break. If you're just tuning in, you're watching QTV News, and I am Jenna Bosonko. Still on local news, the Women in Liberation and Leadership Will organization held a stakeholder forum on transitional justice, youth and diaspora perspective and engagement on Tuesday. Mamadou Gajaga was there, and this is his report.
The day-long convergence on transitional justice process and engagement post-TRRC brought together youth, from across various sectors, representatives of the government agencies, civil society, activists, students, and a cross-section of the Gambian diaspora. The discussion sought to amplify the voices of young people and diaspora community in the transitional justice process, encourage meaningful engagement, and reflect on national healing, accountability, and sustainable peace. Dr. Fatou Balde, founder and CEO of Women in Liberation and Leadership, explains.
Transitional justice refers to how societies respond to the legacies of massive and serious human rights violations. And this may include reforms of the legal and political system and institutions that govern a society.
Following former President Yahya Jammeh's electoral defeat in 2016, the Barrow government initiated the transitional justice process, establishing the Janneh Commission, the Constitutional Review Commission, the TRRC, and the NHRC, and security sector reform. The TRRC submitted a report to the government, and a government white paper was produced, indicating support for prosecuting crimes and providing reparations. However, the process has been slow, with, according to some participants, some survivors still needing medical attention. Mandisha Musologu, the UNDP resident representative, and Yalena B. Huma, representing Will, spoke at the forum.
As we reflect on the progress made since the conclusion of the TRRC, it is important to acknowledge that the path towards sustainable peace is gradual and it takes time.
This forum arrives at a pivotal journey, one in which the TRRC's vital work is behind us, and our part now hinges forward towards ensuring youth and diaspora are central in transitional justice efforts.
The Gambian diaspora plays a critical role in post-TRRC transitional justice process, with huge financial contributions in remittances, which, according to the Central Bank of the Gambia, account for 31.5% of the country's GDP, expertise, and establishment of businesses. Ismail Abaji, Imran Dabo, and Mahdi Jobate shared their perspectives in a panel discussion focusing on the role of diaspora in the post-TRRC process.
I think giving somebody a skill that allows them to have a dignified life is the best way you could sustain him and change his life in one generation.
Just the other day, I was talking to somebody asking me, what did you do in the Gambia? What did you do right in transitional justice? And what were your challenges? And when I thought about it, what we did right mostly came from civil society.
Our diaspora have an integral role and a right, fundamental right, to contribute to the governance of this country.
At this event, there was a panel discussion on the role of youth in post-TRRC processes, where panelists shared perspectives in how the youth should be fully engaged in the process, especially in the implementation of recommendations. Protecting the rights of victims of gender-based violence was also highlighted at the event. Mamudu Gajaga, QTV News.
In partnership with Ghana Institute of Management and Public Administration, the former Management Development Institute, MDI, now renamed the Civil Service University, has unveiled an innovative Master of Arts in Public Sector Management program with the matriculation of the first cohort of 28 students on Wednesday. Alusise has more.
The civil service is crucial for any country's effective governance and development. It provides the administrative backbone, implementing policies and delivering essential services, and ensuring continuity of government operations across changing political landscapes and changes of administrations. Its impartiality and professionalism are vital for maintaining public trust and delivering services fairly. The 1.5-year program officially began in April this year with 28 pioneering students geared towards building a more competent and efficient civil service. One of the highlights of the event was the matriculation of the new students, all of whom are from various fields. The event also marked the official opening of a newly refurbished classroom dedicated to the master's program. In her welcome remarks, Fatou A. Barry, the Deputy Rector of the Civil Service University, described the new master's program as both timely and vital for national capacity building. She expressed hope that the program will be sustained and attract higher enrollment numbers in the coming years. For Burama Jammeh, Chair of the Civil Service University's Governing Council, the event marked a significant milestone in the ongoing transformation of public sector education in the Gambia.
The collaboration between JIMPA and MDI has been long-standing, but I think this is one of the most beautiful achievements we have had in this collaboration.
The program that you people are having here, previously it was only 5, 6, 7 Gambians who actually were able to go to JIMPA to come and to land there and come and help us.
The director of the Ghana Institute of Management and Public Administration, Professor Samuel K. Bonsu, described the launch as a culmination of years of consultations. He welcomed the initiative as just the beginning of a deeper partnership between JIMPA and the Civil Service University.
You have just joined a fraternity of excellence, a fraternity that seeks integrity at all times, a fraternity that seeks knowledge not just for the pursuit of knowledge, but for the well-meaning senses that we have to develop ourselves and all the people around us.
The Director General of the renamed Management Development Institute, Aluke Jaju, congratulated the inaugural cohort of students on their admission to this academic journey after a thorough selection process. He believes the program is more relevant today than ever.
It's an indisputable fact that human resources of a nation constitute the most precious asset of that nation. This means that no country can make any meaningful economic progress without developing the knowledge, skills, and capabilities of its citizens to manage the available resources.
Speaking on behalf of his class, Mohamed Esba pledged their commitment to the success of the program as the first cohort.
We are confident that through a collaborative effort, this academic journey will be both transformative and impactful.
The government sees transformation of MDI into university as part of a broader initiative to upgrade institutions, including transforming the Gambia College into a university of education. The MDS transformation into the Civil Service University aims to enhance the capacity and professionalism of the civil service by offering degree programs and continuous professional training. Reporting for QTV News, I am Aliu Sise.
In a field traditionally dominated by women, more Gambian men are now entering the beauty industry and defying long-held gender norms. We met with a nail technician and a veteran hairstylist who are breaking barriers and making their mark in a profession once seen as off-limits to men. Yafatu Gay has the details.
In Gambian society, as in many parts of the world, professions like hairstyling, cosmetology and nail care have traditionally been seen as a domain of women. These deeply rooted cultural expectations have long influenced who is considered to belong in these fields. However, a new generation of male beauty professionals are challenging the status quo. Mohamed Ibrahim Toure, a nail technician and a lash tech artist, is among the growing number of men redefining roles in Gambia's beauty industry. Mr. Toure's success goes beyond individual achievement. It symbolizes a wider range of cultural shift towards breaking gender norms and embracing greater acceptance and diversity within the profession. Toure's dedication and the growing support from clients are playing a key role in challenging stereotypes and fostering greater inclusivity within the beauty industry.
Actually, I'm inspired by my brother, my elder brother, who is currently at Algeria, you understand. By then I was going to school. I'm about to take my WAEC exams, but yet still I'm into music, you understand. Music was taking my attention a lot. So my brother forced me to do this. He don't used to give me lunch. If I don't go to work, he will not give me lunch. So I feel like this crazy. Let me just try and do something on that. Crazy, especially we the nail technician. Yeah, it's crazy because at first you will not have girlfriend. People will think you'll have a lot of girlfriend because you're associated with two men. The journey was so crazy because by then I was feeling like they are forcing me to do it. I didn't know that I'll be able to reap up like the way I am this level. If I'll be able to pay my bills today, it's because of this thing I'm doing.
Amadou Fabure, a veteran hairstylist whose career spans more than 3 decades. Mr. Fabure shares photos of his past work, illustrating how hairstyles and client preference have changed over the years. He also reflected on his career and the changes he's witnessed throughout the years.
Back then, our focus was primarily on hairstyling. Hair attachments like extensions hadn't been introduced, and we didn't have the kind of equipment stylists use today. There were no electric dryers. We relied on stretch combs to create the desired styles. I got into the profession because I saw it had value. It was a respectable and fulfilling trade, and I have never regretted making that choice.
Amadou Fabure shared a message for Gambian men interested in pursuing a career in the beauty industry.
There is no such thing as a job being meant for only men or women. With dedication and determination, anyone can succeed in any profession, regardless of gender.
The increasing presence of men in the Gambia's beauty industry highlights the importance of embracing diversity and recognizing talent irrespective of gender. As more individuals like Mohamed Ibrahim Toure and Amadou Fabure continue to excel, they inspire others to pursue their passion and contribute to a more inclusive and dynamic professional landscape. Reporting for QTV News, this is Yafatige.
Interesting. Before we leave, let's recap our main headlines. The Ministry of Transport on Wednesday held a stakeholder forum to review the draft Gambia Road Transport Bill 2025, marking a key step in modernizing the sector. Justice Ibrahim Ajaite of the High Court in Banjul on Wednesday issued summons for Omar S. Jalloh, an officer of the Gambia Armed Forces, to appear and testify in the ongoing trial of Usman Bojang, who is accused of fatally shooting 2 police officers and injuring a third. Chief Justice Hassan B. Jalloh on Wednesday presided over the certification ceremony for the second cohort of court-connected mediators who received formal training from US-based Edwards Mediation Academy. The Women in Liberation and Leadership Organization held a stakeholder forum on transitional justice, youth and diaspora perspective and engagement on Tuesday. In partnership with Ghana Institute of Management and Public Administration, the former MDI, the newly renamed Civil Service University, has launched a Masters in Public Sector Management, enrolling its first cohort of 28 on Wednesday. That is all we have time for. Join us at 10 p.m. for another bulletin. Thanks for watching.